Hey, True Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Just got notified from YouTube that they took down my video showing what was so interesting about Snoop Dogg's Lavender music video that's all the rage in the media because it shows him shooting a fictional Donald Trump renamed Ronald Clump. Made a video, it was getting a lot of views, and YouTube has now given me a strike and said that the video violated their terms of service. You know, if that video violated YouTube's terms of service, then every single video I've ever made violates YouTube's terms of service. So, it's pretty disappointing. I'm going to recover the information that was in that video, and I'm just going to give it to you straight without any extra. So, here it is. The music video is called Lavender, and it shows Snoop Dogg, the rapper, the musician, shooting an actor playing a character dressed up as a clown looking like Donald Trump. This is what Donald Trump looks like in the music video, as you see in the top left corner. Lavender, in the ancient language of gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, sums to 45, like Trump being the 45th president. And lavender is a shade of purple. The color purple has gematria of 88, like the name Trump, like the word Jewish. They're calling Donald Trump the first Jewish president because all of his families have married into Jewish families. The word rapper also has gematria of 88. Hip hop, HH, abbreviated 88. Purple is the color of royalty. And remember, Donald Trump's GOP convention began July 18th, 18/7, kind of like 187, one of Snoop Dogg's first hit songs. That convention, Donald Trump came out to the band Queen, We Are the Champions. That was exactly 88 days after Queen Elizabeth's birthday. And Elizabeth in gematria also sums to 88. All of these are planned rituals. Presidents are selected, not elected. It's all Freemasonry, and it's all run by the numbers. But anyway, this is why the song is called Lavender. In the music video, it's the Clown House instead of the White House, and the president's name is Ronald Clump. Ronald Clump is no accident. In the language of gematria, Ronald Clump sums to 47, like president, like authority, like Republican, like White House, like government, like Trump. Ronald Clump also sums to 137, like White House, like Washington, D.C., like authority, like government. 47 and 137, these two numbers coded in, are very relevant to Freemasonry and their symbol, the compass and square, instruments of measurement. The compass is set at 47 degrees because the number is relevant. The word time has gematria of 47, and in this world, the ancients told time by knowing the tropics. The Tropic of Cancer in the north, the Tropic of Capricorn in the south. The solstices, the beginning of summer and winter, are measured by the tropics, which are exactly 47 degrees apart. The word time in gematria equals 47. The tropics are used to tell time. They're 47 degrees apart, just like what the compass is set at on the Freemason compass and square, which also has the 90-degree right angle at the bottom. 90 plus 47, the degrees of measurement. 137, which is the 33rd prime number, which represents the G in the middle of the compass and square. You know, Snoop, D-O-double-G. When you spell dog with the D-O-double-G, it has a gematria of 33-2, the number of Freemason obsession. YouTube said my video was too graphic. I don't know if it's for showing this image, but, this is supposed to be comedy here. I don't know where the graphic imagery is. This is something that's in the popular media right now. I feel that I should be able to share this and decode it. There's a number of YouTube videos that have covered this, but without the information I'm sharing. Little bit more. Since we're talking about Snoop Dogg and 187, I want to connect it to today's news, March 15th, the Ides of March, the date Julius Caesar was assassinated in history. As we just mentioned, Trump's GOP convention began July 18th, 18/7 in Cleveland, Ohio. That was 88 days after the Queen's birthday. From the start of the convention to Inauguration Day, when Trump became the 45th president officially, was 187 days, going with the 18/7 convention start. Look at the gematria of Washington, D.C., the gematria of George Washington, both 187. The gematria of Rockefeller is 187, a family that has a lot of influence on who the presidents are. Donald Trump was with the Rockefeller family in Rockefeller Plaza the night of the election, more like the selection. The Society of Jesus is the official name of the Jesuit order. Donald Trump is a Jesuit, 187. Ohio, where his convention was, has gematria of 187, so does the word time, and all of this comes back to time. The last Republican president was George W. Bush. George W., like George Washington, born on July 6th, the 187th day of the year. That date can also be written 6/7. George Washington died at age 67. Ohio also has gematria 47, like president, like authority, like White House, like government, like Washington, D.C., again bringing us back to the Freemason compass and square. And the way D.C.'s set up, the streets that point at the White House have the exact same angle as the compass and square. Freemasonry, what built this nation, what built Washington, D.C., and the symbolism of the compass and square, which is so relevant to this world and time. It's right there in Washington, D.C. Again, 137 degrees of curvature, and the way they set up these streets, Washington, D.C., 137, the 33rd prime. You see how this works? The Freemasons have the 47th problem of Euclid, which is about how to establish foundation. Foundation 47, framework 47. Here's the tropics, 23.5 degrees north, 23.5 degrees south. Donald Trump created 235,000 jobs in his first month, supposedly. So check this out. Here we are. It's the Ides of March, March 15th, 2017. This wiretapping story, it broke March 4th. And I said the day of, the story was a tribute to Richard Nixon, who had to resign over a wiretapping scandal. If you missed my video on Donald Trump's March 4th accusation, I'll link it in the description. But here we are, the latest, the 74th day of the year. The House Intel chair says there's no wiretap evidence. The FBI said there's no evidence. This is making Trump look like he's not credible or sane enough to be in the White House. This is foreshadowing the premature end of Trump's administration, which is all part of the planned narrative. Richard Nixon resigned in the year 1974. Masonic equals 74. Very special number. A whole lot more equals 74. Richard Nixon resigned in 74. Richard Nixon has name gematria of 74, which is also the reflection of 47. 137, which we just covered, the 33rd prime, and 187. Plus, let's not overlook the 70 in light of Donald Trump taking the White House at age 70. Richard Nixon. If you've never seen my video on his resignation August 9th, it was all by the numbers, all planned, all part of the same type of script, and a perfect tribute to Gerald Ford, who became president after him. The name Richard equals 43. The name Ford equals 43. This story broke on March 4th, or 4/3. It's been Richard Nixon tributes ever since. Also, real quick, on the front page of CNN, they're talking about this horror movie, Get Out, a race-based horror. Let me just show you what's up with Get Out real quick in light of the name Trump and all this racial divisiveness in the media. Get Out sums to 2588, also 74. Not a coincidence. Trump, 258847. You see? Everything in this world that you see through the TV, news stories, sports games, commercials, it all has the Masonic influence. Freemasonry is what's running the show. For me exposing this, that's why my video was really trashed and deleted by YouTube. Beware the Ides of March. I covered this morning. Again, today is March 15th, the remembrance of the assassination of Julius Caesar in 44 BC. Donald Trump's the 45th president, but only the 44th person to be president. Julius Caesar has the gematria of Freemasonry. Caesar the same as president. You know, it's all symbolic. Donald Trump, there will be some reason that his presidency comes to a premature end, and this will be part of the narrative. The wiretapping, the Russia, even just the image from the pussy grabber remarks. I didn't even say anything that bad in the last Snoop Dogg video they took down, so I just feel like I'm on the short leash here. But March 15th, 74th day of the year, Masonic 74, killing 74, Julius Caesar, dead in 44 BC. The word kill alone is 44. If you missed this morning's video, check it out. I got the new Donald Trump wiretapping playlist. This video you just watched will become the 4th video here. Check out these earlier videos, and be sure to watch this 3rd one. This is the resignation of Nixon by the numbers. It's perfect how it lines up with Gerald Ford. It's amazing how they do this. Also, it's Wednesday, every Wednesday night, Gematria Effect, 9 p.m. to midnight if you're on the East Coast, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. if you're on the Pacific. The link to listen's in the description. Every Wednesday night, 3 hours, free to call in, free to listen to. 866-37-TRUTH is the number. Until next time, Truth Seeker.